Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Ears to the East with our dear friend Benedikt from Reactomat. And we're doing something a little bit different today.
That's it. Just completely forget about me. Fuck you, Howard.
Well, your face.
I see how it is now.
Channel. I didn't introduce myself either.
Sorry, go on.
After we spoke last, Benedikt came out with a really interesting idea for a stream, which is what if we'll see. Yeah. Well, I mean, if people are watching this, then assumedly it was good. If no one's watching this, then it was bad. The idea is we'd take a theme and we would each pick a song that we think fits that theme, and then we would discuss amongst us what we think of each other's choices. So we had a chance today, or this week, to think about the song we would pick as the theme for our uprising, our rebellion, our taking over of the system, our beginning of the revolution. So that could mean anything. You could have a very different approach to your taking over of the world. But we all had our selections. And we're going to go through which songs we each picked. As always, the links will be in the description below if you want to check out the songs we're talking about. And of course, please do get in the comments and tell us what songs you would have picked if you were in this as well. All right.
And also tell us about possible themes that you might have.
Yeah.
Yes.
For us.
Yeah, that's a good one, actually. Themes for future episodes. The things that we. So our theme today is is basically the anthem of our revolution, the song that we shall play as the old guard falls. So whose song are we gonna discuss first? Because we each picked one. So who's brave?
Benedikt's idea, so therefore he should start off, I reckon.
Okay, but I would choose the approach that you guys tell me first what you think about my song, and then I tell you why I chose it.
I like that. So me and Neon are going to discuss your song, and then you're going to sit there judging us, and then you're going to tell us why we're wrong entirely. So, okay. Well, Neon, have you got any initial thoughts before I start rambling? Because I've already been rambling at the beginning. I just want to pour some coffee.
No, I'm making the final dash quick just to go through it.
All right. So basically, more of me talking. I can see
more of you talking while I kind of go through.
I like how everyone's so nervous.
That's what people come for, right?
Format. No, I think that's what they leave for. So this is a new format, and it's still only me talking. But all right, here's what it is. So now, if I'm correct, though, so I didn't do any research. I just listened to the song. But my understanding from the thumbnail is this is from the Aggretsuko anime. And you had mentioned, which I didn't know, you'd mentioned that in Aggretsuko there is at some point like an idol group gets formed. And from the picture I could see, it looked like an idol group.
That's the group.
Aggretsuko. Okay, but Aggretsuko seems to be in it. So for quick context, anyone who doesn't know, Aggretsuko is the anime with like the red panda who is an office worker, but then goes and screams in karaoke to heavy metal to let out the
I love that show. I love the show, by the way. Have you ever seen it, Howard?
I have actually. I've seen quite a few clips of it. I've never really sat down and watched it in the series, but I've seen a few clips of it. So when I think
saw especially season 3 would be interesting for you because it's about idol groups and like the manager of the idol group is
a whale.
Whale?
Did you say the manager of the group is a whale?
No. It's about the manager of the group as well.
Yeah, as well.
Oh, as well. Okay. I was like, well, they're all animals. I thought maybe the manager's a whale is a scale thing.
I think he's some kind of tiger or something.
In regards to this song, I think, so I was trying to picture your revolution based around this. And to me, there's something very sinister about this because this song starts off as just like, so very chill, poppy, kind of a bit funky, a little bit of talking. And then just slowly the rage intensifies. And then the screaming begins. I did really like when you get into the heavy bit towards the end, the way that the pop vocals come in from the idol group behind. So it does actually start to build up into a proper melodic heavy song at one point, but then it caps it all off by continuing the build and finishing in full on rage mode with just like heavy metal and screaming. And although I've had a complicated relationship with songs that I just scream on before, I like it like this when there's kind of a purposeful feel to it, when you can really feel what the emotion behind it is. It's not just screaming for the sake of it. It actually feels like
I mean, it's pretty raw in this one, I admit.
Yeah, for an anime about a red panda, this was like metal as fuck. So this really definitely worked for me. I would definitely say though that
I mean, in the show,
gave-
they have
Oh.
just the idol group, just the pop vocals that you can hear.
yes, yeah. So
Sorry,
that
it's somehow I have some delay.
oh yeah, I think
You
we
are,
good?
you are,
Yeah.
you are lagging out a bit now. We were saying
You
how
are
good
la-
your internet connection was 2 seconds ago before we started, and now it's been a tip.
Oh, he's back. Budget people. So yeah, for me, I think what really works about this is just the feeling this is a song that it feels like it's rather than just like some big anthemic attack of the rebellion, it's like a slow creeping build up. It's the feeling of gentle unrest turning into full-on rage. I get the feeling like your anthem for your rebellion is more of a narrative than just the song that is sung as you come climbing over the hill to take over the world. So
Yeah, I took the uprising part of that theme very serious.
yeah, I actually think that's kind of interesting. It's like it's like one of those national anthems that tells the entire history of the country, rather than So, Neon, any particular thoughts on this one?
Yeah, like I said, I just had to go a quick 30 seconds through it again to remind you what it was all about. But I like what I particularly like about it is the slow build up. It's really hard for me because I've watched the show. I haven't watched season 3 yet, but I've been meaning to. So like I got to try and like take it out of the context of what I know from the show a little bit.
You've got to imagine Benedikt in front of
Yeah,
an army
that's
of
the hardest part.
2,000 red pandas.
Exactly. And I just like the slow build up to it. It reminds me of like a revolution, which is like we can do this the easy way for the first like minute or two, but if you refuse, we will do it the hard way for the last like 2 minutes.
It's like the good cop, bad cop revolution.
Yeah. It is. It's like, look, we could do this easily, or we could do this when I'm pissed off, and that pretty much is like that song. For me, it's like I'm a good person, but if you piss me off, you'll know about it.
I think that is interesting because certainly the song does have like a heavy undertone of like the feeling of like kind of I am a normal. It kind of encapsulates what Aggretsuko is about as an anime. It's like I am a normal person, but I'm going to lose my shit kind of thing. In a way, that's kind of nice. There's something quite personal about that. So yeah, I must admit that I just found this to be also very musically fun. I like the fact that it went through so many things. I found that made it musically quite engaging as well. It was more than just an anthem. It was actually a really good, fun bit of musical, like a musical journey as well. So Benedikt, I'm going to hand this back to you and ask you why is this the song that is playing under the flag of your revolution?
So, I mean, I kind of cheated because it's just a fictional band and not a real group. It's just for the show. They only have a couple of songs.
The
but
sounds
actually,
were real. It's not cheating.
Yeah. In the context of the show, it's actually a spoiler for the very last episode of season 5. But so if you don't want to hear anything, skip ahead.
Okay.
It's actually a song to rile up a crowd and to get like voters for a political party, and it's the Rage Party. It's kind of weird, but it's about rage. And yeah, they really, I don't know if you read the lyrics too.
So no, we didn't hear the lyrics, but how dare you make a song, pick a song that's political about a political theme. How dare you?
Is the spoiler over now?
So, sorry, didn't catch that.
Is the spoiler over now?
Yeah, the spoilers are over, my man.
Oh, okay, good. Right, I can continue to listen.
I get it now. I'm sorry, I was a bit confused. Anyway, yeah. So, what was I wanted to say? Yeah, well, kind of. I was asking about the lyrics when you had your headphones off. If you read the lyrics.
Oh, actually, do you know what? I didn't. I'm a real problem for this. I keep on getting people saying, "Well, Howard, what do you think of the lyrics?" I'm like, I'm not really a lyric person, so I really read the lyrics.
Yeah,
So
it doesn't
I
really matter. I
actually
mean, the
didn't
songs,
read them.
yeah, it's not really important. It's kind of fun in the beginning. She's actually just talking about opening a pack of soy sauce, and it's doesn't work, and she has to use a scissor, and things like that make her angry. But yeah, and then it really builds up and gets into some more serious stuff, like how people have these fake personalities and stuff. And that's something I would tackle in my personal revolution
I
because I
like
hate
that.
that
I
stuff.
like that. I like that. I love the fact that yours is genuinely a revolution against like just life is annoying, and so we're going to just revolt against life. Wow, actually, I'm the more I think about it, I'm really liking your one. I'm really liking. I want to join your revolution more than I
Should
expected.
really watch the show.
Well, I would if I had more time, but I definitely want to. It's one of those ones where I keep on seeing clips and I keep on going, I really need to watch this. I really need to watch this, but I just never get enough time to watch it. So, that's the problem with series. You have to invest a certain amount of time. It's not like a movie where you watch it once and it's done. So maybe they should make an omnibus movie, which is what I know a lot of animes do.
Or maybe I
Oh,
can build a bridge to Neon Song here because I read the lyrics for Neon Song and it really reminded me
okay.
of a pretty early punk song by a German group, the Ärzte. I'm not sure if Neon knows it, maybe.
I do not know. I don't know.
They have a song called Friedenspanzer, which is basically translated to peace tank and talking about shooting love into people's hearts. And Neon Song, like it's talking about love rockets and everything gets splattered with love and everything. And I also really loved that idea. And yeah, it's a pretty positive revolution, I would say.
Mm.
That
It's
one I
interesting
would
because
like to
I
partake
got
in.
the song that I kept on hearing when I was listening to it. I kept on hearing "Walk Don't Run," but just that obviously that's a slightly more cheery song. It was just that kind of like 1950s style. So the chugging guitar. It reminded me of that, and I kind of I felt this was very much an old school Revolution song. But yeah, the Rockets again. I didn't read any lyrics on any of these songs, so I'm not going to be able to assess lyrics. Unfortunately, I'll remember that for next time. But the Rockets, for me, it was just more the fact the song was constantly creeping and building up. It felt like it was always building up, but it never quite got to a final conclusion. It was always building. And for me, that was kind of this feeling of this constantly ongoing marching kind of revolution. Although, oh, it's coming. You think they're here, but they're still coming. That was the vibe I got from it.
To say so, Neon, is it actually meant to sound in the very beginning of your song? Is it meant to sound like a Super Mario? Wahoo! Because it starts like that, right?
So
It really sounds like it.
the one reasons why I picked this song is one, I just love the guitar. It's for me, it's just all about the beat. It's a couple of reasons. One, I tried to pick like this is a pretty much a case of me trying to be smarter than I actually am. And just trying to pick a song. Oh, smarter than you two, so
I was about to say my life story being told to me, all right.
But it's just a case of obviously like old school Revolution. Yeah, I'm too old for this shit now. You either
yeah, I get it.
You know, you accept it or you move on. And it's just cool for being cool sake, and just again, not outright, I'm gonna bash your skull in with a guitar or anything like that. It's pretty much like I come in peace, I'm not too arsed, have a good time, you're shit, look at what you're doing, and then just get on with it.
Your hippie revolution, it sounds like.
I feel that's a powerful message.
Yeah, I think both of you have like a very powerfully simple message about like, so with Benedikt, it was kind of like, life is too complicated, make life simpler. And like with Neon, it's a case of like, like, I'm old and I'm tired, stop bugging me with this shit. And
pretty much. It's like I said, again, some of the lyrics that come in as well, like you said, no future and stuff like that. It's just a case of, look, just fucking use some common sense, yeah?
I mean, it was interesting because Benedikt mentioned about the punk angle, which I didn't really think of, but the comparison. And of course, you were sort of very recommending a very rock and roll song, and of course, both those genres of music are very much born from the concept of like, you know, generational revolution. You know, we're not going to be like the generation who came before. So it is interesting by being that pure, as there's something almost purely revolutionary about the sound of rock anyway. So yeah, in a way, kind of an old school sound is very much a yeah, I like that approach.
On an added note as well, the song that I picked is actually a opening for an anime as well. I've never seen the anime though,
which one?
I can't remember which one it is. Like I said, I've never seen the anime.
Get quick, Google it. Google it.
I know. I need to Google it. I need to Google it quick. But
wait, I'm gonna
try. You do it? I don't want to change the screen because I'm recording, so you're gonna have
the first slam dunk. Oh wait,
the first slam dunk. There we go.
That was like the basketball one, I think. Was
so.
that the one that was out in the cinemas like a year ago, I think? Here.
It is quite a new song. Yeah, the song itself I think it's only been out for about 8 months or so, 6 months or so. So it is like relatively new. I have like I said, I haven't seen the anime, so I can't comment on that, but I could only go off my interpretation of it when hearing it. And I just thought, hey, it's a pretty cool chill. I want to say chill revolution song as well. I wanted to go for something like bombastic, but then again, like I said, I was thinking, I was like, you know what? Instead of going like all out, I'm gonna reel it in and go the other way and go like more chill.
But I still feel it has like an aggressive undertone to it.
Yeah,
an intensity. Yeah, like a slow, like I said, a slow, constant building. It's always going up.
It's an earworm. That song's. Once it hits the chorus. And once you give the guitar and stuff like that, and once it goes proper red, you'll be sat there like 2 months from now, like da 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 da. It is an earworm. I do love it.
But I have to say, I also feel that way about Howard's song because man, I've listened to that song a couple of times yesterday and today as well. I don't know how I've never heard of BiSH. Like, is all their music like this?
No, their music is really varied. I mean, they go from like really punky to really poppy. That they can be hit and miss, but when they are on their game, they are one of the most they were one of the most surprising artists. And this is what I fell in love with them about. It's like the first 3 songs I listened to, I was recommended by them. I was like, how is this the same group? And I just came to love that about them. But this is probably one of my favorite BiSH songs. It's not, I don't think it's anyone else's favorite BiSH song, but for me, it's hard to have a favorite BiSH song because their songs are all so different. But this one has got to be up there. I love this song.
I kind of was really surprised because Neon, like mentioned in the last one, you're more of a pop guy and not like into the more heavy stuff. And I'm starting the song and like, whoa, shit.
I was leaning like pop, and I was thinking there was like some really cool poppy songs I could do. And then in the back of my head, I was like, yeah, Howard, everyone expects you to do a pop song. Everyone thinks you're going to do a pop song. I was like, no.
But that's what I was like. That's what I was thinking. That's what I was thinking. I was like, everybody's going to know you're going to have like a really fast-paced song, Neon, so let's slow it down a little bit.
Yeah, we were all going against type. But no.
We're all being rebellious!
when I like heavy songs, I like heavy songs that feel like they're heavy for a reason, where it's not just because they're loud, but because there's a feeling of genuine intensity, which is one of the things I love about the song. So I just want to get, as usual, I'll get you guys to give your thoughts on this song before I say any more.
So do you want to go first on this?
Yeah. I just generally like the energy. It is so Howard in a kind of way because it's an energetic, it's kind of like more in your face, but it never goes over the top. It's like controlled mayhem, which is kind of the way I see the future emperor, our Howard the Lord, which is well, it's just like kind of just controlled sort of like chaos in a kind of way with lots of glitter and girl.
My Discord would agree. My Discord would agree.
So I like it. What you were touching on before, I was kind of taken back by BiSH as well a little bit because I actually did some BiSH last night, ironically, and some of those we did like a couple of slow songs from them, like really poppy versions. So I tend to often forget that they're quite mainstream, but also they do have 1 or 2 of these kind of songs in their back locker, as it is, as it is to say. So for me, it just came across as like a really kind of energetic, I want to say, out of the norm, but controlled chaos from Mr. Howard.
I'm not sure if I had if I felt it was so controlled. Yeah, I don't know. It was actually very aggressive in my opinion. All the synth in there really gives it a really aggressive edge, I would say.
That's the heaviest thing in the
yeah,
song.
all the vocals as well. Yeah. But I mean, yeah, there's still some punkiness to it. And yeah, with punk, I always connect like some resistance or revolution type just from the music itself. Yeah, but I am just blown away by this group, and I'm not sure why I haven't heard of them before. I mean, can you recommend me an album? But I would actually try to.
I'll recommend you a few.
Do a whole album on the channel.
I will actually recommend. I'll give you a recommendation afterwards. But for anyone who's watching this, actually, I don't know if they even was concluded as an album. But that last run where they did 12 songs, one song every month for their last year, that to me was their best run of songs, because it was just like they just. Although there were some songs in there that were weaker, they really lent into the we're not going to let you predict what's coming next kind of vibe. It's like they've had albums where
that's
it was
cool.
one type. And that last 12 songs to me was like them understanding what they were before breaking up, and I love that. But if I were to sort of like justify this song, I think I'm glad what you both said, because what Neon said, that I think what he means by the controlled chaos is that there's a real there's a marching structure to it. And for me, like the things I wanted to have is I wanted it to have like a sort of a thumping sort of beat where it could just sort of like be like a marching thing. I wanted it to be something where you could sing along to it, but more shout along to it. Like you could get a crowd of people shouting along to it. But where the people... you could get a crowd of people singing that, and it would be scary for the people who are not singing it, because they'd be like, what the fuck is going on over there?
It's not like Scandal, Maximum the Hormone kind of like crazy. It is like contained and stuff like that. I like that.
Yeah, in that way it's true.
It's the rhythm is very structured, but what they do within the rhythm, like Benedikt was saying, there's sort of synth sound that sounds a little bit on edge, and the vocal delivery that's kind of like often ranted more than it's actually sung to a rhythm. So yeah, for me that was like the perfect song for like a violent coup d'etat, which is kind of the way I more pictured
also it starts with like gunfire.
Yes, exactly. I think that's only in the video version, but again, the video does aid with that. But I actually don't remember if that is on the album version as well. I'm gonna have to go back and think about that now. That entire album's brilliant. So yeah, I personally just felt because everyone was probably expecting me to have a revolution of kindness and pop and dancing and bright colors, I thought let's go for violent coup d'etat music, and that's where we came.
By the way, I was lying to you last time. I just forgot about it, but I've checked out some J-pop before.
Oh yes,
Ado.
I was about to say it looks like Ado because of the fact it's anime.
Ado, but also like Suisei and now Tova and stuff from this Holo Life thing.
Yeah,
I'm not sure if that's considered usual J-pop.
Well, Suisei is definitely in kind of like a popular territory. Ado is obviously, she's like the big thing right now, although I don't know how long that's going to hang on for, but I think she's definitely got a good few years of that left. Her voice is amazing.
Yeah, she's really varied. She's done a lot more. She actually like started like kind of like more like rocky, but she's kind of done a lot of genres over the years now, I think.
Yeah, there's some pretty diverse stuff on here.
Yeah. She's using her voice. I think because she's got such an adaptable voice, they've taken her onto a lot of very different types of song, which I think is really great.
Have you checked out Lisa yet, Benedikt?
Not yet, but I will.
Ooh.
I think that's another artist where you're going to need I think that's another sort of one like with BiSH, you're going to need a playlist, because I don't think you can take in Lisa with one song. I think that's a multiple song thing. So what I'm going to ask now is I'm going to ask which of audience at home, which revolution would you join? Which revolutionary are you going to join? The revolution. I get the feeling Neon's going to get a lot of people because I think his song definitely appeals to a lot of my sort of core Discord people. Will probably be like, yep, I understand that feeling. But personally, I am definitely drawn a lot towards because I'm an irritable, annoyed person all the time. I'm definitely drawn towards Benedikt's revolution against just life as
And
a
I'm
general.
drawn to Howard's. So we will see about the audience.
We might swap revolutions.
Comment section, don't let me down. I'm the odd one out here.
Yeah, I can't help but feel that definitely Neon is on strong ground with this. I think Neon's definitely on strong ground with this. I think we might have to team up just to go against Neon's power.
I mean, my song has the disadvantage that it has like 1 minute in the beginning. That's where almost nothing happens. So a lot of people might turn off.
Yours is a thoughtful revolution. It's a revolution of the thinker. It's like Neon's already taken over the government by the time your revolution's got out of bed. That's the problem. Still opening soy sauce packets. That's the problem.
Heard one too many times by soy sauce packets, both of you.
Oh, no, that was
just
really
by
fun.
A bottle.
So here's the 3 questions for you guys at home. First of all, what song would you pick for your revolution? Second of all, which revolution are you going to join? Yeah, we all know Neon's going to win this one.
You two are voting for each other. I got nothing yet. I'm behind here.
This is self-preservation, my friend. And third of all, what theme should we pick songs for? I think we're going to do this. I think we said like maybe a couple of times a month or something, just so we got time to like get everything organized. And we're still working out the ears to the schedule a lot, and we only like about a month ago got this Wednesday thing down, and so we don't know exactly how it's going to work, but we're definitely up for doing another one of these. So yeah, definitely it'll be really cool to see.
Yeah, and also leave any like recommendations how we can improve this.
Yes. Don't violently revolt. Just suggest nicely. That's all you need to do. Anyway, I think from us here, vive la revolution, and we'll see you in the comments. But until then, for now, please do remember to keep your ears. You ready, Benedikt? Keep your ears to the east. General lack of predictability here. It's all good. It's all good.
It's one of those directions.
Stir the soup. Stir the soup.
Between one of us pointing in one direction, the probability of one of us is right.
I was about to say, all 3 of us pointing in 3 directions. I don't know
if I'm in the middle, just pointing everywhere.
I like that.
I mean, if you go far enough west, you will come to the east as well. So.
I like that. Every way's the east if you go far enough. Got a slogan.
All right, guys. Don't forget, like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff as well. We really appreciate it. Don't forget to leave the comments down below. And yeah, like I said, join the old man revolution and not the soya packet revolution. I'll see you guys next.
He's even got a red shirt. Well, actually, I was about to say, he's got a red shirt on. I've got a black shirt on. We are really kind of getting in the revolutionary colors. But then down here, we've got the red and black stripes. It's like you know, we are all wearing our revolutionary colors here. I didn't think about that until a moment ago. This is dark times for the powers that be.
They just need to invent love rockets, then it's all good.
Exactly. Well, you know, I'm not actually, you know what, I'm not going to say that because we'll probably get demonetized before we even start. But yes, like, subscribe, all that crap. We'll see you guys next time.